Let's make some sourdough chocolate chip cookies. Yum! I'm hoping my starter is okay. I think it will be. This is my friend Breanna's recipe that she uses, so I'm gonna try it out. I made these this week and I forgot a lot of ingredients, so they were not great. They're just, so we're gonna attempt it again. We're gonna start off by creaming 1 cup of butter, which is 2 sticks, until it's nice and fluffy. After the butter is all creamed, you're going to add in 1 cup of white sugar and 1 cup of brown sugar, and then cream that together until it is light and fluffy. It'll start looking like this, but you still need to keep going. That's a light tan, that's not light and fluffy yet. That is what we're looking for, light and fluffy. Look how creamy that looks. After scraping it all down, you're going to add in 2 egg yolks, 2 teaspoons of vanilla or heart's desire. I did probably like a tablespoon or so. 3/4 cup of sourdough discard. And then you are going to mix that for a couple minutes just until it's combined. Not even a couple minutes, just a little bit. You're going to add in 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, and mix that. Once the dough is right about there, you want to stop the machine, and then you can add your 1 cup of chocolate chips. You could do this all by hand by folding it in, but I think this is just an easier process and it doesn't overmix it as well. Okay, and then you only have to mix it like maybe 10 seconds or so until all the dry is incorporated into the wet mixture. I added about 3 chocolate chips onto each one. A couple of them needed a few extra. And then I threw some sea salt on top of that as well. She did not do that in the recipe, but I'm going to throw this in the freezer for about 10 minutes. Took them out after 10 minutes, and I'm throwing it on a pan, and then I heated my oven up to 325. With the extras, I just threw them in a bag, put my straw right here, zipped it as far shut as I could, and sucked out all the air, which is a pretty cool trick. We're gonna bake these for 5.5 minutes at 325, rotate and repeat for another 5.5. All right, I baked them at 325. I did 5.5 minutes, rotated, and then did another 5.5. They ended up needing another 2.5, and then rotated and did another 2.5 as well. And they came out pretty well. It's a bummer that these kind of went together, but we're gonna try one of these real quick. This is the bottom, so that is perfect. You can see how thin it is. This is the one I made without baking powder or baking soda, so I'm really excited to try this one. These cookies are amazing. I am so glad I made them again. The first time was an absolute fail because I didn't have baking soda or baking powder in them. This time they came out beautiful. They taste amazing with that salt and those few extra chocolate chips on them. So very happy with it. Thank you, Breanna, for posting this recipe, and hope you guys enjoy and have a good night.